And a 4, 3, 2.
Recording. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sober Swole Podcast. My name is Jake Howard.
I go by DJ Swirl.
Chocolate and vanilla swirl.
And before we get started, I'd love to give a shout out to Royalty Nutrition. And to help me out, as always, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Warhorse.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go with Royalty Nutrition.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Royalty Nutrition is a veteran-owned and operated supplement company that doesn't automatically go to use the cheapest ingredients possible while making their supplements to help you along your journey to your fitness goals. Check them out and use the discount code 37HAKE to save you 15% on your entire order. My next shout-out of the evening will be to Gorilla Gains. That's Gorilla-Gains with the Z. .com. They are a fitness apparel company that you can wear comfortably in and out of the gym. They also make great equipment to help keep you safe while you train. In fact, this flannel is a Gorilla Gains flannel. Use the discount code JAKE15 to save you 15% on your entire order there with them as well. My last shout out of the evening will be to me. That's right. Patreon.com/HakeJower. Check that out. I do training logs, blog style entries, and I also do a solo once a month show called Hake Rants, where I rant about the topic of the moment. My Hake Rants this week was a little bit shorter, and I also made it public on the Sober Swole podcast page. It details a incident that happened at work that had me in a mental crisis, let's say. Anyway, DJ Swirl, tell them about that buy-to-buy empire.
They say teamwork makes the dream work, but what about the nightmare? From your landlord to your dashboard, sometimes life don't play fair. If you lack time, got a bad spine, we're here to support you, giving peace of mind from the time you buy until we say goodbye. 602-345-0472 buy to buy. 602-345-0472 buy to buy.
Buy.com. What you see right here is Buy to Buy Studios. Buy to Buy Studios, we do high quality, low stress, always remote controlled. We help boutique brands elevate their presence online, whether that's through simple stories, reels, and posts, all the way to full-fledged podcasts and live streams, like what you see right here.
Yeah!
So if you have at the beginning stages of your idea, you've got something going and you like to elevate it, or you're already where you need to be and you just want to put the finishing touches on it, hit us up. We can help you at all three stages. Jake, what are we talking about tonight? As we go hunting.
Today, December 5th, 2023. I am officially 8 years sober. What a ride.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Especially,
oh, man, I got it.
As you say, especially on the back end of your mental crisis or your scare.
Man, that was nuts. Like, never in my life have I been like, that was like fiend desperation. Like, just lick your hand. Like, lick your fucking hand. Like I'm an animal.
What are the odds that we talked about it so soon before.
Wasn't that wild? I was thinking about that the other day too. I was like,
We had no
I
reason
just talked about it.
before, and then we just just drew it up. What's the worst case scenario? The exact thing that happened.
Yeah, dude. And I
So,
was covered, man. Like, so it was the type of whiskey it was also like maple.
oof, sticky.
Well, and then like, so it now like so I love the smell of whiskey, period. And then like maple smelling stuff also makes me happy. I say looking like a lumberjack. Um,
Yep.
but like but I was like no shit from like both hands down my arms, down my jeans, on my boots, and I was just like,
All bad.
yeah. And so all night I was just like, that's just what I smelled like. And then the back room smelled like that too. And then I was I had to like compartmentalize my freak out so I could handle the rest of the task I had to do.
Yeah.
Because but like it was like I as all I had to do was just like lick my hand, and it was one of those like those compromise things. It's like that's not really drinking.
Oh, sure, sure.
You just got something on your hand. You're getting it off.
Like if it's in your shirt and you wring it out.
Yeah, like it's like yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
It was so gross. It was so gross feeling. When I came home, I took a really hot shower for a while, and even through like so obviously through I went and washed my hands, soap and water, and I do this a lot,
Right. Right.
and that's it's like it's just a natural motion of mine, but my hands just smelled like this, and then even after I came home and showered, like the next day, my hands still smelled like maple. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, that's like tremors after the earthquake.
Yeah.
And then it just,
Have you gone back to work since then?
yeah, I went
Okay.
back the next day.
And no triggers, nothing that made you avoid a room or a space, or you just went about your business?
Nope, I just went back to work.
Yes, sir.
As much as I would love to dwell, I don't have time.
Yeah.
um,
Way too busy.
way too busy. I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
The the chickens here at the house are starting to lay eggs,
Nice.
and we have all of the eggs here at the house. I have 48 eggs at my house right now, just chicken eggs, and 8 duck eggs.
About to be eating good.
I just living it up,
What's the
sneaking eggs into
what's
macaroni and cheese and stuff for the girls, and
yeah. What's the turnaround time on that? On it,
in what way?
like from the time that you get the chicken, or when they start begin laying eggs to where you're collecting them to use.
It could be anywhere from 4 to 6 months.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
And then is it pretty consistent after that, or
I'm sorry.
is it pretty consistent after that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
these ladies are working, is what they're doing,
yeah.
and they are appreciated. But it is a we have a grandiose amount of eggs.
Very nice.
And then there's a gentleman that uh, has kids at Ruthie's school, so he gets a dozen once a week.
Nice.
But so far, that's the only repeat customer we got.
Well, I mean, I remember an episode prior where we discussed you looking into it as a business opportunity. So,
Hmm.
how are you drawing people to your stash?
It's more of just like I have done zero advertising. I have yet to sit down and really like piece it together and put it together. And
Sure.
um,
But you say that they are the only customer kind of with reluctance.
well, it's not reluctance. It's just like that's cool. I mean, at least we're
Like,
moving
but
somehow. You know,
would you like it to be more than that?
uh, yeah, but nothing huge. I don't want it to be like the
No, we're not talking about. We're talking
yeah.
going from one to more, not huge. So
It, dude. If we could get like four consistent people, that'd be cool.
just okay. So 10 would
It,
be much.
I don't think it'd be too much. It's just with everything else I'm doing and going on, that'd be another like now I'm shaving 2 more hours off the inconsistent sleep that I get anyway, kind of thing. Like,
But you're getting paid for it, right? You're not just held.
yeah, but is that worth it?
I mean, you tell me, dog. You're the, I mean, coming off the heels of, there's no threat of you getting, cascaded with the thing that you're 8 years sober from, dealing with these chicken eggs, right? So, in terms of liability, the chicken eggs are winning. So it's like, at what price point is that worth your time?
It's going to come down to what
No.
happens with hours at the humble gig. This stuff's going to slow down drastically.
Yeah.
Um, and then if and when I can focus more time on the things elsewhere, that's where I'll balance my time.
Yeah.
But at this point, even thinking about uh, business, making chicken business, I don't have the capacity right now. I
Okay.
really don't.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Admitting you don't have any more bandwidth is not a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
speaking of bandwidth, who is your internet provider?
Cox?
I got an email from them last week stating that you're a loyal customer. Did I tell you about this?
No, I don't think so.
You're a loyal customer. Log on and see your savings. And it said 64.99 or something like that. I pay 99.99 a month for gigabit internet. 100 upload. I'm not sure. Anyway, but so I'm like, okay, I'll take the time. I had to be sent, like a confirmation 2-step verification because it had been so long since I jumped onto my account because it's
Mm-hmm.
every month I look for it or I know when it's coming, blah blah blah. So I don't have a reason to look at it, but I got this email, so I checked it out. Sure enough, I'm now paying $64.99 for the exact same speed of internet, plus I have unlimited data. And prior, we had gotten 1.25 terabytes per month, something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
when you have several people on devices at one time, streaming, blah blah blah, family of four, it adds up. And so there were months where just because they were home most of the day during the summer or whatever, it was getting close to where I was getting alerts and blah blah blah. So now we don't have to worry about it. And our internet is the same speed, and we're saving $35 a month. So it's like, so you're a Cox customer, you've had it for enough time, I guess, just jump on and check because it's going on until the end of the year, and it's for existing customers, which most deals or most incentives, especially when it comes to internet and phone service, it's usually for new customers or new lines or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, came out of the blue and it's gonna save me 300 plus bucks next month or a year. So check out your Cox email and log onto your account and see if you qualify. And there was something else about you can save more money based off of your income. I think they're doing to where it's like I think it said $30 off a month or something like that. But anyway, there's I'm saving money on my internet. So speaking of bandwidth, check it out. I had the option to upgrade to 2 gigs at the same price with unlimited data for the same price. Just let it keep going where it was. I was like, I don't think I need that.
Mhm.
Gigabit is plenty fast for what we're doing right now. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, man, if you don't have the bandwidth to take that on, no shame at all in that. And but I could see, yeah, like you said, just having 4 customers because they need eggs every week anyway. You know what I mean? Like it's
exactly.
just make it towards a few nearby neighbors and it saves them a trip to the store. Same price or whatever you're charging for them. So just enough, yeah, again, make it worth your time to where you don't have to do anything outside of what you're doing already.
Yeah, that's the plan. Because I mean, if I could start getting these winged creatures to start paying for themselves, that'd be pretty sweet.
And you have a what team has 6 on it? Anything? Any sport that has a 6 team? Well, the kids besides you two, it's 4, right?
But
No, you have 6 kids total. You're 8
yeah,
house total. Yeah, okay, no. So you have salespeople in your house.
yeah,
So you can drive them around. They can instead of like I had a paper route when I was young. You have Ruthie jump out, get Ruthless out there, run eggs up. Hi, your eggs are here.
hmm
That'd be cute as hell, dude.
yeah. Oh yeah, she'd eat that up.
Yeah. Neighbors would get very familiar with her when the next time she decides to step out. Oh, hey, Ruthie, let's call your dad. You're exploring.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I see you left the house again.
Yeah. So at the very least, you're introducing the community to your daughter who is a literal habitual line stepper,
She's gonna introduce herself. She doesn't need my help.
right?
Freaking,
Yeah. But hey,
she's
man,
out of her mind, and I love her.
yeah. But that, I mean, I have Rylan saying my old slogan, uh, more time, less hassle every day. And I came across it looking at like uploading the video for this. Super
Mhm.
cute, and super cute still. And so like I could just see you doing where just in your neighborhood and you make a trip and you drive around the neighborhood and you drop off eggs and people pay you for it and it's not a big deal. And again, at the very least it pays for it. It helps you pay it helps whatever it is pay for itself.
Yep, because we got eggs. We got, and also we're looking to get rid of some silky roosters. If anybody out there in YouTube land,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, we got to.
Like getting too big?
They're they're getting too big. They're getting too loud, and
And they're
I
in
ain't trying.
loud?
I'm sorry.
They're in the house being loud?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, they're out on the run.
Okay.
Those are my wife's birds, sir.
I love the face that you use when you say that.
Those are Brittany's birds. Whatever she wants to do with them is it's up to her. I just follow her lead. She's the one that had to have them. I called it out day one. She had the little chicks. I said that one's a rooster, but turned out 2 out of the 3 she bought roosters.
Yeah.
So whatever she wants to do with her birds, I just follow her lead on that. So I mean, they're not bad. Like they're not. Their temperament's not too crazy. I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting a little rambunctious and jumpy because they're roosters and they're at the age of, you know, we'd be banging hens.
Sure.
But I mean, they're definitely not like pissy like George, but time will tell.
Yeah.
So I know Kayla's got them up on Facebook. It's some farm group. I put a story up today. I'm asking everybody I know if anybody wants a rooster. You know, because it's either that or I freaking I shoot them.
Chicken nuggets, fresh from the air fryer.
Make a nice soup. Yeah, I'm not trying to.
You don't need any more letters.
No, I don't need more letters. I don't need any roosters fighting in my backyard. Their pitch is different than George's, and when they get into like crowing matches,
Yeah.
Ginger and Flash will howl.
Ooh,
So
it's a party.
it's an issue.
Oh, so now that letter is warranted. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is this is a whole. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
let me go ahead and do like a what's the thing?
I wouldn't. So
Insert the trashiest
I,
neighbor.
I wouldn't say it's trashy, but I would say, hey man, your roosters are annoying. That makes sense to me.
So as a neighbor, you would say to you, "Hey, man."
Like, because that doesn't bug me. But if someone came up to me and was like, hey man, that's we got to find a way to make that stop. I'm like, I completely agree with you, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience that they're bringing you.
Okay.
I would have that I would be like, you are correct,
So
and
now,
we're working on finding them a new home. I promise.
what is your hopeful ETA to this resolution?
Fucking 3 days ago.
Okay.
No, because
Now,
she's reached out to like farm rescues and other different animal rescues and all kinds of stuff, and then
is this con-
nobody.
does this warrant a rescue situation?
Well, it's either that or they're going to die. So save them.
And how easy is the transition to domesticate that animal from a previous ownership? Do you know?
That's not bad. George was acclimated and running the whole run the next day.
Sure. But he was like
Yeah,
he's just chasing tail all day.
and he's also huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are not.
No, I mean they're about the size of a average hen, a little bit bigger because they're boys, but they're definitely not George big. But no, I think they'd be fine if you put them with a flock right away. They'd figure it out.
So
It's
someone has to. So your ideal buyer is someone who already has this situation going on, and they're like, sure, why not more?
yeah, yeah, or just like, oh, we could use a rooster,
Gotcha.
especially or like a silky rooster for because you could breed them
Because I've
and
got a
silkies.
neighborhood for no reason.
Yeah, silkies sell for they're not cheap birds.
Yeah.
And we're like, take these boys for free. I'll bring them to your house.
Oh, delivery as well.
I will deliver those fucking birds, dude. Like there was a lady in Treetop, not Treetop, Cornville, which is up north by like Sedona,
Okay.
that hit Brittany up on Craigslist, and I was like, I'll go right now.
Dang.
Like,
That's a trip, dog.
yeah, but I like long drives
Worth
and
it. All right.
worth it, and I like being in the mountains anyway.
Yeah.
I feel more. Yeah, I love that. I love being up in the mountains.
Air's a little cleaner up there.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Oh, my father's birthday was on the 3rd.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Mr. Harvey.
Yes, sir. So he was hanging out with his new boo.
Ooh, Nubu.
I just got a Facebook friend request from her last week, and he had mentioned her in a previous conversation, and yeah, so he's I'm seeing their pictures and stuff. It's good because she takes pictures of what they do, and he doesn't. So if anything, I'm getting more details on what his goings on are because outside of our extended 2 to 4 hour long conversations once a month, basically, it's like I don't get to see that what that looks like. Um, so that was,
Mhm.
but yeah, first week of December, man, like and I've been out. I was out at I got out on time this morning. I was out 4:30 starting, and it was chilly. So that's why I had this mask on.
Mhm. Still warming up, huh?
Not for no reason. No, I just got it tonight, and I wanted to see. I wanted to get comfortable wearing it, so I figured, why not here? And it talks about. They say that it's non-fogging. So when these guys are,
So so far so good. Oh, here we go.
massive. But when I'm outside, I'll probably be good, especially riding around. But and they'll we're going to Pine Top in a couple weeks.
Nice.
It'll be good to not to be leak free, leak proof. The girls, they're Arizona babies, so
Yep.
they're not used to the cold winters like we are.
I have a Arizona baby. Funny. Speaking of, so I guess Marley went upstairs and was asking Scarlett about snow, and Scarlett's like, "Well, it's too hot. It's too hot where we live. The snow melts right away if there's any." And she goes, "Oh!" So she runs downstairs. She goes, "Dad, the snow melted." I said, "Okay." And she goes, "Scarlett says the snow melted." And I said, "Well, do you want to go up? You want to go up where the snow is and see it this year?" She goes, "No, I like it hot."
Yeah.
Shout out Marley.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Like, finally, one of mine.
The
Well, do
others
you remember?
gung
Do you
ho.
remember? I'm sorry.
I said the others are just gung ho with the cold.
Oh yeah, they love going up and playing in the snow and tee
Yeah.
hee hee hee. And I, either watch from a window or a car somewhere like this.
Yep.
But no, it was Ruthie was 2 or close to 3, and we went up to Jerome, where this is a small mountain town. If you haven't gone, it's a good spot to go, and they have good restaurants.
Yep.
But and she'd never seen snow before, and she was so excited. And I caught the reaction of regret. I caught the picture of it.
Yes.
She's like, "Snow!" All excited. She bends down and she picks up a handful, like a big, in both of her hands, and her face immediately. Ah!
Ooh.
That's hilarious. Whoops.
it's it's one of my favorite memories.
It's funny to see how many like holiday theme shows that you have outside of the classics. Like
Yeah.
everybody's trying to make the new classic, it feels like. And so
Mhm.
get all of these movies that just have, winter as the theme. And these people are all, on studio sets, temperature controlled, all of this stuff. And so everything is so cheery and bright. Man, when you get outside and that wind hits you, yeah, right, man. Like it'll take the bliss out of any.
My favorite is all these towns with like the perfect pristine snow on the ground, and there's no
Nope.
slush, mud, nothing. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, man. I remember like Indiana. I mean, I'm sure Illinois winters were the similar to where they 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 shovel the snow off of the roads and it just piles on the side, and then a
Uh-huh.
day later it just looks like a giant mound of dirt because it gets so dirty from everything.
Oh yeah, all the car dust and dirt and stuff flying up on it, and
Awful.
fle- chunks of asphalt. That
Oh, and the way it tears up the road. Absolutely.
hmm
Yeah.
That was always one of my favorite things about the road trip from Texas on up, because in order to cross the border, you got to go through Missouri, and there's a bridge um, from Missouri to Illinois, and
Mhm.
you can always tell when you cross the Illinois line because the road goes from smooth to
Yeah.
I'm home.
Do not miss that at all.
No, man.
Not at all.
Like, roads out here get weird, but it's like exponentially better.
Yep.
And you'd think with innovation and people that sit and think about random ideas, they'd find a better way to clear the roads than giant snow plows and salt
No, they
that
have a
eat
better.
asphalt.
They've got a better way. There are actually communities overseas that have built these roads because they do two things. One, they they heat up the,
Mm-hmm.
and so, just like you have these driveways out here to where they just hit a button and it activates coils underneath the ground, and so it melts the snow. So it does it for you, right?
Right.
They also absorb solar energy, and so it lights up the street and the lights along the street, right? And then you have the kinetic energy of them going over the road. And so the friction of that, it absorbs that and it stores that, right? So, like, there are ways that we can do all of those things right now. But then you have to go against all of the people and corporations lobbying for fossil fuels, for traditional energy. And so it's less about the innovation and us being able to do it and more about keeping people out of the way, trying to protect traditional money, because that's what it's about. Because there is someone, it's capitalism, dog. They are exploiting the nature of the roads not lasting
See, and
because
more like that sounds more like corporatism than capitalism.
someone has someone has the contract for the roads, and so it behooves them to use a mixture that only lasts a season or two or whatever. You know what I mean? So, like,
Mhm.
these people are incentivized to not make it last long. Why would they? Doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any money for them, as opposed to a long-term solution that not only is renewable and recyclable, but innovative and cool as fuck. Like, it would look like Tron, dude. Imagine
Look
driving
like Tron.
Imagine driving on the highways looking like Tron. That would be dope. Be so dope. And it charges your devices and your vehicle while you're driving on it. We've got the capability to do it. We just we just mine all of the minerals and things that are required to do it to make cell phones that we throw away every year.
Speaking of
Good.
that, man, my phone's trying not to charge anymore on me and shit.
That time. It's that time. Time to upgrade. Everything's all of the upgrades to your firmware and to your software are again, they're incentivized to make you buy a new phone every 2 to 3 years, regardless of what's going on.
My thing is, I try and wait for four new phones minimum, and the Pixel's on two, so we got a little bit to go.
So you have what now?
I have the Google Pixel 6,
6.
and they just released the 8.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I have the iPhone 13 and they just released the 15. And the only reason why I bought the 13 was because of my circumstance and what happened. At the timing just worked out.
Mhm.
I'd have bought a phone prior to that, and
Yeah,
so
you still had like the fucking two or something.
fuck off.
Yeah.
No, I had the original iPhone, and then I don't think I upgraded until the 5 or 5S. So I was the same boat as you,
I
and then
remember that was a big deal.
it was a big deal. And so,
Yeah.
but again, at that time frame, innovation, you know, the bigger upgrades. Like, I mean, just imagine the first. Try and turn on the iPhone one. Just turn it on and don't get impatient. Like leaps and bounds. So
Yeah.
yeah, I had the 5 or 5S, and then I got the 6S because it was the big. It was the first big one, like the Max, and so I got the real big one to try out. The big phone. And of course, it's too big. But and I think after that, it wasn't the X because it went 8 and then X, right? Like it switched. There was no 9 or something. I don't know. Anyway, but again, I like jumping. I don't like getting the new one every year. It's like leasing a car.
Mhm.
Who cares? And so
Right.
yeah, and because the way that they keep you under contract now and da da da, da it's like I'm not getting in the business of that. So yeah, I've got my 13. It's a Pro. It's gonna last me unless I break it, uh, or unless they make it obsolete. It'll last me for some time. So I'm happy with it. And I got a
Good.
oh, so I got a 7A is the Pixel that I got to use for the scooter gig, and
Hmm.
it's now obsolete because I'm using a cross compatible app now. So it's not being used. But
Hmm.
do you have a 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a 7A if you want one.
Well, I might, dude. I love this thing.
Yeah.
I love these.
I didn't have a problem.
They're
I had to learn it because I'm Apple everything, but like the picture quality was really nice.
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. I don't know, man. It's an odd number. Try to avoid odd numbers unless they're fives.
Tell me the process behind that.
OCD.
Okay, so just a choice.
I've been like that since I can remember.
So like
Everything
13th floor in a hotel, is that weird to you?
like everything has to be even numbers or multiples of five. I don't I don't eat things in odd numbers unless I have five of them.
Oh, so we're going down a rabbit hole with this. Okay.
Like
Let's
yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
let's
So
go.
your 7A cool, but it's a 7.
No, because there is
And that's
and there's a 7A.
so it's like a 7.5. If you called it a
I'm
7.5, we
sorry.
could.
If I everywhere I find 7A, I'll change it to a point 0.5. That's awesome, dude. I did not
Mhm.
know that. How long have
Yeah.
you been aware of that?
Um honestly probably since I was like
Young, young.
young.
Okay, that's interesting, man.
Yeah.
And so, is there
But
anything
like
else that you attribute that to? That you have like a relative that you relate to that has a tick like that, or
we're all quirky. I have no
yeah,
clue.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
I, um
the
we
combination
all have
fingers. So you're talking about fives, right? The
mhm.
combination with my hand is 5, right? So
Yep.
when I'm bored watching a show I like, who cares? I'll go 1, 2. I'll go 1, 2, 3. So I'll skip one, and then I'll go 1, 2. So I'll do the inside, and I'll do that combination with my body in some fashion, just because.
Yeah.
And like it settles me. You know how some people will like they'll tap like my wife. We'll be sitting on the couch, and she'll just be shaking her fucking leg. Like, you good, babe?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm good. Her legs.
Um
All right, that's my thing.
yeah. I'm a leg bouncer. I'm a leg
Yeah.
bouncer. And then, yeah, dude,
Nation. Aside from being a Jordan fan, like the numbers in 2, 3, the combination of that, like just alternating between 2 and 3, like with the digits of your hand. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe
but
it's with a little paradiddle has to do with drumming.
2 and 3 is 5.
There you go.
45 has 5 in it.
Checks
It's
out.
okay. It's all good.
The math is mathing.
Yep. I've been like that since I can remember. I don't like if something is odd. I have to either convince myself that it's okay and like really convince myself that it's okay, or I have to figure out a way to add something to it,
Yeah. Interesting. So
or be like,
you
oh
don't
no, there's a fourth in there, and fourth 25. Good.
oof. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I went to a restaurant that only serves an increment of this item in 4 count or 10 count. How do you order that?
Well, what is it?
This is like a chicken nuggets.
Those are even numbers. You're fine.
So even odd numbers you won't do.
Uh-uh.
Even okay, but you like 5. I thought you said
5 is perfect.
you only do even, but 5 is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm on board. I felt like I was hitting
I'm
two
not.
things.
I'm not saying it makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay, so 5 is perfect. So like when you hear 12 Days of Christmas and they go 5 go, like that's like your jam.
Hell yeah.
Because they accentuate that every single time.
Hmm.
5 is perfect, otherwise even.
And
Understood.
it's okay. And it's okay to have two odd number things
Because it makes it even.
because it makes an even.
Math is mathin', bro.
Yep.
We had a pop quiz tonight. We'd be in good shape.
we're, we're doing good with that elementary school style math.
At low level math, bro. We are killing it. Killing
Hmm.
the game. So,
Yeah,
speaking of seasonality, uh, with your wife being Latina as she is,
she is.
what is the tamale situation in your household?
There is no tamales in my house.
Okay, you as the non-Latina in this scenario, what? How does that work in your household?
So she usually goes and finds a nice abuela that's making some
Okay,
because she was never taught.
okay. You never
So
learn, never. It's a passed down situation or not at all.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm asking just questions.
Yeah, I've asked her about it. I was like, "Do you know how to do these?" And no, because a lot of it is, um, I guess her mom didn't really cook, and according to everything that you know, Britt said about her is she's a character.
Okay,
So
that means you've never met her personally.
mm-mm.
Got you.
I've never met her. I've never met her dad. I've never met her brothers. I've met a couple of her aunts and her cousins.
And that's just family ties.
Yep,
Got you.
but
Understood.
I've met her grandma. Her grandma's dope.
Nice. So she never learned. So you are tamale-less unless you reach out.
At this moment in time, I am tamale-less, and it hurts my soul.
Is Thanksgiving usually the start of tamales for you, or anytime is tamale?
Uh, Anytime is tamale time for me, dude. Uh, I-
So my wife is also not. Um, she's not. She does not brag about her prowess in the kitchen. Let me just say that. Doesn't
okay.
that she won't make something nice, but she like doesn't have any recipes. I know that she has a drawer of like books and stuff that has stuff from her mom or whatever, but like she doesn't get down in the kitchen like that. So my buddy Danny, who I work with from time to time for the business, his wife, her name is Brenda, and she has her brand is Dish is the Bomb, and she is working on an order for us for the holiday season. And he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, man, let me know when I can get these to you." She's got a website which I will share with you soon, and you let me know what you want, and we'll split the order or whatever we need to do, so that way your tamale situation improves. Um, I am not someone who has enough experience with tamales to where I can say whether I need them, need them or not, quote unquote, need them or not. But like,
Yeah.
I enjoy good food regardless of where it's from. So,
Yeah.
way that people talk about tamales, I feel like I am missing out, and so I'm looking forward to getting them. I think we're getting green chili. Anyway, green pork chili, I believe is what it is, and so that is what my wife suggested, and so we're getting those. But she's got vegan options, and yeah, she just got a huge order in on the corporate side, and so she just was on her, I think, story either yesterday or today talking about how she's not taking any more orders
Mhm.
because she is at capacity. So, and she's got like a team 5 deep helping her make them and all, and she's got a kitchen, all this stuff, and so
Yeah.
shout out to Brenda, shout out to Dish is the Bomb.
Dish is the bomb.
Dish is the bomb. Yeah, I'll send you the info. And yeah, man, whatever I'm able to get, I will definitely share with you so that way we can
Excellent.
improve that situation. Maybe we can try them on here. Give a taste, live taste.
I'm I'm down with that.
Ayo.
I
Yeah.
am. I am down with taste testing
Well,
for the people.
all I know is there was a vendor who has a provider of Mexican cuisine, and they asked
Okay.
her to make tamales for them for this season, and they referred them to her. And then they tried hers and were like, more please. So
Mm.
that's all I know. That's all I can say at this point. And I look forward to having my order fulfilled soon and being able to hopefully, if anything, try out her food and put her name and her business out there because it's coming. Her time is coming.
What's our boy old Brento Box doing? Is he making tamales this year?
I don't know. I got to reach out to him. I follow his page and so I see what he's been doing.
Yeah.
He stays busy. So I've got to find out what their situation is because yeah, I'm sure they're doing something seasonal as well.
Have a have us a feast.
Absolutely.
But we didn't really touch on it after Thanksgiving, but I do want to say that I am completely and totally grateful for you and the show and all the craziness that my life is because otherwise I wouldn't be me. I need to throw that out there because we totally missed it this year.
Yeah. No, I share the same sentiment. This gives me an opportunity on a at least weekly basis to if if nothing else vent with you and just, get our shit out, just talk
Yeah,
about things that are going on and have that space to where we can just talk about, you know, sobriety, active, how active it needs to be from time to time, the different things that trigger it. And just because I don't have the same background as you doesn't mean that I don't have my own struggles. So, you know,
right.
I take gems from stuff that we talk about in relation to whether it's directly related to you or not, man. Just having those conversations,
Yeah,
like, it's just good to have in my back pocket for my own personal use when, whether it's a situation with food, being an emotional eater, or, not taking the time to be able to get the right nutrition or not taking care of my body in terms of fitness and the swole part of this show. Like, I'm in the best shape of my life right now, and I'm about to hop into the hot tub after this, so like soak these bones before I go out tomorrow morning, test this bad boy out. But like,
yeah,
yeah, man, I'm very grateful for this opportunity, and I'm thankful that we're able to keep doing it the way we are, the way we want to, as long as we can before
yeah.
something gets in the way of that, whether that's capitalism or, obligations, what have you. Like,
Where's that solar flare? I thought that was supposed to come like last week.
I don't know, man. I don't think
Hmm?
something tells me we don't have the math correct on something.
On a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, man. Maybe the aliens stopped it. Who knows? Maybe they didn't. Maybe it's
Maybe.
gonna mess up their people watching.
Yeah. Who
Uh,
knows? Who knows?
we are 45 minutes past. Any, besides, any hunting tips you want to give out?
Don't poach. Uh, Migratory birds are generally in season a lot longer than game.
So what are you saying? You can't go wrong. Can't
Yeah.
go.
Get you some chickens.
Oh yes.
They're, they're the best.
Let us know if you need some eggs.
Compa- Let me know if you need some roosters.
Yeah, roosters. Yes, roosters first.
Dude. Oh, yeah. And I also have a boy duck. Have I talked to you about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he rules.
That's awesome.
No, but do you have any usurping a uh, government tips?
Aside from the benefits of not being recognized by facial recognition software, I would just say to keep your best ideas to yourself and offline.
There you go.
That's all I can say.
Well, then, from Elmer Fudd and Abu Rylin Hawani over here, thanks for listening to the Sober Swole Cup podcast, everybody.
Hey, it's Warhorse. Do you want your workouts to look like this? Or do you want your workouts to slay? When Warhorse picks his pre-workout, he wants it to slay. If you want second place, go with somebody else. If you want to be a champion, go